女人一旦过了30岁，基本上男人你就不用再浪费力气去追了。
Once a woman is over 30 years old, basically you don't have to waste any effort to chase a man, because even if you try your best, I'm afraid you won't be able to catch up. A woman of this age has long been tortured by society to not be shrewd enough. Your childish little routines and methods, in their eyes, are not worth mentioning at all. Let's think about it carefully. Why is she still single? It's really not that no one is chasing her. It's because her standards are so high that people can't reach them. The family urged marriage. How many years of urging she was able to bear it? Why do you think that you can make her heart move as soon as you chase after yourself? Moreover, women of this age may have more emotional experiences than the meals you've eaten. They have plenty of suitors around them, so why do you think you can win over a woman that those men couldn't? Let's be honest, what makes you better than her exes or suitors? To be realistic, if you pursue a young girl with 2,000 yuan, it might keep her happy for several days. A hot pot meal or a cup of milk tea could win her over. But if you try to woo a 30-year-old woman with 2,000 yuan, she'll just think you're stingy and unreliable, and she might not even bother to acknowledge you. She's been through a lot and isn't swayed by emotions anymore. She might earn more than you and knows how to enjoy life even better. Let's be blunt, older single women aren't just there for you to take advantage of. The men in their eyes are either cash machines or someone to aspire to, while you're just a passerby in their lives. So brother, stop making a fool of yourself.
千万不要碰大龄剩女。
Never get involved with older single women. They are extremely selfish and unaware, living in a fantasy where they only see material things. If you dare to get close, you'll find that their age is actually their smallest problem. They can frustrate you with their childish behavior and arrogant words. As for older single men, they're just broke and can't hold a conversation. But older single women, they embody the most bizarre thinking you could never imagine. She not only wants you to pay for her future life, but she also wants you to pay for the mistakes of her lost youth. Stutterer, really hold on to your wallet. Don't spend too much on her, and don't measure a relationship with money. Got it?
今天魏老师啊，我来相亲角又刷新了我的见识啊。
Today I went to the matchmaking corner and it opened my eyes again. Just now, a girl born in 90, a prestigious 985 master's degree doctor, I asked her what her requirements were. You won't believe what she said. She said a guy's monthly salary should be around 10,000, and I can accept a single guy who's about 5 feet 9 inches. I just turned around and walked away. I thought this girl would be here for at least 3 years and it would get even tougher. Just now she said, I wear high heel shoes, I'm 5 foot 3 inches, and I want to find someone who's 5 foot 11. My goodness, doesn't that mean in flip-flops you're barely 5 foot 1 inch? I think 5 foot 7 inches is still reasonable, and some parents, some moms are really too naive. Their daughters are quite average, yet they casually want someone with a salary in the hundreds of thousands, a house, and they want it to be fully paid. They add their daughter's WeChat and check if the guy's family has at least 2 million in savings. My goodness, would a guy with such conditions even look for your daughter? Would he even come here? With parents like that, their daughter would be here for at least 5 years.
Welcome to Asia China Unseen. What does the future hold for single women often labeled as leftover? In this video, we hear directly from these women about their experiences and perspectives. In 20 years, many of today's single women may find themselves growing older and living alone.
我真是服了一些超过30岁的大龄剩女们，你们赶紧醒醒吧！
I really can't believe some things. Ladies over 30, you need to wake up. I'm giving you heartfelt advice. After 30, you need to think clearly about whether you want a partner for money or for love. What do I mean? If you want so-called security, like someone providing you with a house, a car, and even putting your name on the house, along with managing the savings, it's all about money. So don't expect the other person to pamper you. Who would spend money to bring home a trophy wife? If they spend money, why would you need to pamper them? Why would they spend money on you? Aren't you the one providing emotional value? This means that this person is not as attractive as you, not as emotionally intelligent as you, and that's why they compensate with money if you want someone. For example, I'm not that materialistic girl. I have money, I'd have a house, I just want to be happy and comfortable, that's all. So don't get hung up on how big their house is, how nice their car is, or how much they earn in a month. When their conditions are not as good as yours, they will try to please you. They might be more emotionally intelligent and have more money than you, and they are the same age as you. But you act more needy than younger girls, so why would they want someone in their 30s like you? So figure out for yourself whether you want money or a person. Once you understand that, then you wake up and realize what you really want.
Older single women dating is a complete scam. Being unmarried doesn't mean they don't have boyfriends or that they lack companionship. Being single is just a status. They won't spend their nights alone. Women can't ignore their physical needs, and fulfilling those needs is cost-free for them, even beneficial. So why are they eager to get married? It's not for love or loneliness, but because their sexual value is declining. They know that as they age, their ability to attract quality men diminishes. Before their market value completely drops to zero, they must quickly find a long-term support. For her, a husband is just a safety net, a way to secure her life. A marriage certificate is merely a tool for asset distribution. Many older single women are choosing husbands in the matchmaking market while also keeping options open in their relationships. Fish come and go. After tasting, they keep a little, transfer some money, and run off with a gift. Their fish pond always needs fresh blood. This is the reality of older single women's matchmaking. While they flaunt their single status and they talk about wanting to get married, actually worried about their sexual value declining and looking for a reliable man as a safety net.
现在吧，有一大波这大龄剩女已经开始后悔了，知道主动抢男人了。
Now, a large wave of older single women are starting to regret and know they need to actively pursue men. Recently, a 33-year-old woman with an annual salary of around $300,000 approached me for help in finding a partner. This woman has decent qualifications. She bought an apartment in Guangzhou and has a pretty good appearance and figure. When we discussed her partner preferences, she realized her age was not an advantage, so she set her requirements at a similar salary. It's best if he's a local from Guangzhou. It doesn't matter if he has a car or a house, as long as he's over 1.7 meters tall. She said that with this requirement, she should be able to find a suitable guy. When a guy born in '93 signed up and matched her criteria, I introduced them. They planned to meet for a meal, but after the guy came back from dinner, he said it wasn't a good fit. He felt that the girl was much older than him and was worried he couldn't keep up. However, the girl was really impressive and thought the guy was quite nice. She chased this little brother, took the initiative to ask him to watch movies, eat, and helped him maintain his cars, which lasted for more than half a month. This boy finally chose to be with the 95-year-old girl, and after the girl found out, she came to me crying and asked, why has he taken the initiative to chase other boys? In fact, I can only reluctantly say that the issue of age is actually a hurdle that cannot be crossed. A week later, the girl came to me again and said that now, as long as the boy has a stable income and knows how to be filial to his parents, the two of them can talk. I think about it. I think it's distressing and funny. You say, what has the current situation forced the older saints to become? I don't know if other girls are asking for this now. Will the boys give this girl a chance?
大龄剩女的未来在哪里呢？我告诉你们啊，别以为再过几年啊，她们就嫁了。
What does the future hold for older single women? Let me tell you, don't think they'll get married in a few years. I'd say that's unlikely. By the time they're 38 and still unmarried, 90% will end up as single old ladies. I'll tell you why these women in their early 20s treat dating like a game. They're not really thinking about marriage. When they're around 25 or 26, their classmates and friends start getting married one after another. They feel surprised, thinking they're still kids and they're not in a hurry. If they meet someone they like, they'll marry. If not, they'll just play around for a few more years. By the time you reach 27 or 28, you've had your fun. Most of your friends are married and you start to feel anxious. Don't even think about getting married, but finding a partner at this age is really tough. Why? Because women at 27 or 28 are the pickiest and most materialistic. Girls in their early 20s are naive and easily marry for love, but by 27 or 28, it's a different story. They've been brainwashed by those online Korean dramas and some motivational quotes, and they've also been fooled by all kinds of capital, luxury goods, and advertising. It's already late in the game. At this age, women lack the innocence and charm of those in their early 20s, yet they aren't truly mature either. They think they understand the essence of happiness, believing they've seen it all. The most frustrating part? No matter what anyone says, they refuse to listen and think they're always right. So, women at this age are the pickiest when it comes to relationships. They must find someone with good conditions, often dreaming of wealthy heirs, believing marriage is a second chance for women. They won't settle and wait until they're 30. By then, classmates, friends, and children are all around and they start to panic. At this point, they throw caution to the wind and begin to take the initiative. She used to wait for others to pursue her, but now she has started to actively go on blind dates. When she entered the dating market, she was confused. She found it hard to find someone compatible. Most of the good men were already married before 30, and some had poor conditions. When they were younger, he couldn't find a partner, but now at 30, his career is improving and he's making money. Yet, he still looks for girls in their 20s. Men always prefer the young ones and won't consider women in their 30s. At this point, she realizes that the only ones she can sit down and talk to are those older losers, poor, old, and sleazy or divorced. It's really not working out. Considering a second marriage, are you going to be a stepmother? Some say you're pretty, and at 30, you shouldn't lack suitors, right? Isn't that just nonsense? If you were pretty, someone would have already pursued you and you'd be married by now, not waiting until your 30s. In fact, those women who think they are beautiful but are actually unattractive if they were under 30 would have too many suitors. They would be bombarded with attention and could choose anyone, and they would have already gotten married, right? If you're ugly and you know it, you lower your standards. The saddest ones are those who think they are beautiful but are actually unattractive. They are flattered by society and lose themselves. If you're a bit better and a bit more normal, guys won't want you. You can only return from blind dates disappointed time and again. In the blink of an eye, you're 38. At this point, you're not in a hurry anymore. You've given up and suddenly feel used to being alone. Not getting married can also bring happiness. This sounds familiar, right? Yes, it's about capital. Let me tell you, capital isn't done yet, it's still holding you back. And then? You turn 40, 50, 60, and become a single old lady. Who will take responsibility for all this? A good girl could have had a lifetime of happiness. Why did she end up as a single old lady? Who will be responsible for this social phenomenon? The answer is capital. It is their years of subtle and pervasive brainwashing that has caused these originally innocent and kind girls to become lost and ultimately destroyed. These capitalists, in order to sell products and make money, have driven most people crazy, ruining lives that could have been happy. Everyone is waiting to see. In 10 or 20 years, a brand new group will emerge in society. What is it? Single elderly women, right?
If you're a woman in your 20s watching this video, consider finding a reliable partner early. He doesn't need to be wealthy. What matters more is that he's hardworking and committed to building a future together. With time and effort, there's always room for growth. Don't fixate on marrying someone rich. Realistically, would someone from that world cross your path? Waiting until your 30s can make relationships more complex and harder to navigate. Take action early while things are simpler and opportunities are more abundant.